Good evening, everyone. I hope you are all doing great in this COVID time. Tonight we have my old friend Roma Suluchana, who is a banker by profession and a writer and a poet by passion. She has been writing for quite some time, and in her leisure, she writes poetry and uploads it in her YouTube channel, where she recites the poems all by herself. So the YouTube channel's name is Rumi's Thought, and you can find the link in the description. So the most appealing thing about her writings, about her poetry, is that they convey deep thoughts and deep feelings, which touch the hearts of readers and the listeners also. So without wasting any more time, uh, let's ask Roma about what made her write such beautiful poetry and her journey into the world of words and poetry, literature. And at the same time, she will share some of her best works and, of course, read her poetry. So, good evening, Roma. Welcome to this interview. Thank you
Hi,
so
Saurav.
much.
Thank you so much for having me here.
And I also thank you so
And
much for taking the time out of your busy schedule just to be here. So tonight the discussion is all about your journey into poetry, and so please tell us about your experiences. What made you weave, those beautiful words, thoughts, and imaginations into a string of, um, pieces of literature.
well, as you know, Saurav, you have been the main part of this journey. Like I used to write poems a little bit earlier, like in my 20s, early 20s, but then I stopped it after something happened in my life. And when I met you for the first time and you told me that I can start writing it again, I was like, I can't do it again. I have stopped it for it's like 7 years. How can I start it again? But you said, no, poets can anytime start and they can still continue that art. And after that only I had started writing, and I always give the credit to you that you inspired me that time. And poem for me, it's just my feelings. One thing I have found out that in this world, if you want to share your feelings, if I say uh, 10 lines or 100 lines about my feeling, what I am feeling for someone, or some pain or anything, people will get bored very soon. They don't sympathize with you. They don't have the time for that. But if you write it down, if you decorate it with some words, then they can feel related to that. It will touch their heart better. So, like everything else requires a little bit of advertising, a little bit of decoration. Like that, this is our feelings. We're just weaving it in some minimal words, which the other person can relate to. And I'm not a professional poet or anything. I just write whatever I feel in that particular time, or I had felt at some point of time in my life. But the feeling should be that strong. So the words automatically flow out. So that is that. And during this process also, I have met some people who were not like they were not very uh, professional or established writers, but they also used to write their poems like that, like their expression of feeling, or they're trying to make it in the big poets and all. So I learned something from them. And there was a kid, 18-year-old kid. He taught me how to make these YouTube videos and upload it, which I always wanted to do. I have seen some like Nidhi Narwal and Jackie Khan reciting their poems, and I wanted to do that someday. And that guy taught me that, and I started doing it, and it felt good. I got some good response, not much of followers, but a good response from my family and friends and colleagues. And so I am doing that in my spare time. Whenever the feelings get overwhelmed, the pen starts writing it down. So it's like that.
Wow, that's quite wonderful. And so you have mentioned some of your some people who inspired you. So if I may ask, who are your favorite poets and whose work do you love the most?
Well, to be honest, I'm not much of a reader. Like people get shocked sometimes. How can you don't read books? You yourself a writer. How can you not read others? Like just reading improves your quality. But there was a feeling in me that if I read others, then I may copy it. Or it may inspire my work so much that it would resemble theirs and it would look like a copy. So I always wanted to avoid that. It's like doing cheating in exams like that, I thought. So I don't read much, but I watch some small videos on YouTube and all where people they recite their poems. So Nidhi Narwal is a girl whom I have seen doing it. I love her energy and her words. They were just simple words, but they are so heart touching. And Zakir Khan, obviously, everybody loves him. His poems and shairis, along with his comedy also. So I like to watch his things. But the big poets, I haven't read much. I'm not much of a reader. So yeah.
And if we speak about literature as a whole, so which are your favorite books, and what genre you love reading and writing the most?
Well, people they told me many times that I should be reading something like it will widen my experience and knowledge about literature and about the art of writing. But as I told you earlier, I am not much of a reader because I don't have a patience to sit through a 300 or 400 pages book. So I started reading and I would like choose the books which will have less than 200 pages so I can read it in one or two sitting. But I don't have the patience to sit through much. And those are the mostly suspense thrillers. Uh, In stories, I write psychological thrillers and also not very big established writer because they don't write such small stories. But anything I can get my hands on internet or Amazon, which would be very small and but still a thriller one, I would read that. I like that. So I
Uh,
tried doing it myself also, but still the same thing goes on. Like I can't give time to it much, and it's on in process. Someday I would finish it.
Now, what's very interesting is to know that you started most of your writing, writing poetry and stories um, in recent years. So, but the banking sector is
COVID times, yeah.
no, yeah. So the banking sector is known for its demanding work schedule and the workload, if we can say. That's in a 8 hour, 9 hour shift. One has to do so much things, so much dynamically, and you're also in your rising fast in your career, in your professional career. So how do you find time to pursue your passion? And there are
Well,
also
first thing I would like to clarify, there is no 8 hours or 9 hour shift for us. Like they used to say, bankers, especially the officers, they have a time to come in, but they don't have a time to go out of the branch. Like some days it will be 12 hours also.
oh my God.
So, and it doesn't stop there. The work goes on to your house, and there will be reporting works. There will be like canvassing, marketing works. Still, up to night 11 p.m. we have to message our reports to our higher authority. Like the work schedule right now is that much heavy. Anywhere you go, you can see that all our time is consumed by our office work. But that is what happens because I feel I have seen many of the bankers. We get so much frustrated at work. We don't get to express ourselves. So that expression has to come out somewhere. So I don't spend like one day or 2 or 3 hours on a writing piece. Mostly it's just very quick, half an hour thing, and I would just writing that because the feeling will be so much overpowering that the words will come out automatically. So I feel that the banking pressure is making me write fast.
But there are also people who complain and who complain that due to their work, workload and pressure in the office, they can't pursue their passion.
Mm.
So, to those people, what would you suggest? Those who think that they can't find the work-life balance
I would,
or pursue their
yeah.
passion. Yeah.
This is a very common problem. Even with me, I have faced it sometimes. But the thing is, see, this work will go on. Nobody is going to remember you how good you were in that year, how much marks you got in your appraisal, or what target you achieved after some time. It's just you, your family, your known people who know you as a person. They will be there for you. You have to give time to them and also to yourself, because nobody is going to do that for you. You have to express yourself. You have to give time to something which makes you happy, because current scenario we need it the most. We are thinking about everything except ourselves. So this sort of art or any passion, any hobby, if it is a gardening, if it is a cooking thing, or even if it's just spending time with your loved one, making a phone call or something which makes you happy, you should do it. Because whatever we do in our life, we are struggling, we are doing it just to live a happy life. And if you're not doing that, then what is it worth for?
Well said.
So they should take out some time for themselves. Otherwise, it's not worth it.
Yeah, so true, so true. The next question is, what would you like to say to those who love poetry and those who love writing poems?
I would say that they have a very soft heart, because poets are the people who can relate to that. I have seen that they have a very soft and tender heart, and they can relate to any person's feelings. It just gets transferred with that words. You don't have to say much. You can read somebody's poem, or you can hear a line of two lines, or a shairi or something, and all that pain what that person is feeling, they can feel it. And it's a very beautiful thing. On that, this is something, it's so beautiful. Like, we don't know the person, but by the words of a person, we can relate to his pain, we can relate to his feeling, and it creates a bond amongst us. So whoever is interested in poems, whether it's writing or whether it's reading them or listening to them, they should keep on doing it. It makes them more beautiful as a person, and it makes us human form a bond, a family, through words.
Yes, so rightly said. So before we wrap this meeting up, just a humble request, please recite a couple of your best poems. Our viewers are going to love that very much. So please.
Okay, there are few my favorites, but I got only time to pick out a very short ones. This one is a love poem. Most of my writings would be about love, about pain, about friendship. And this is a poem which, like, I have a beautiful bond with a friend of mine, and he's just a friend, but still our bond is so strong that sometimes people don't even realize that it's just a friendship. So I wrote it on that. It's in Hindi. I hope the viewers like it. So here it goes. बदली बदली सी लगती हूँ आजकल, अपनी बेफिक्री से सबको परेशान करने लगी। वो कहते हैं कि जब भी करती हूँ तुम्हारी बातें, मैं बहुत ज्यादा बोलने लगी हूँ। अपने हर जज्बात को मैं तुमसे अब जोड़ने लगी हूँ। सब कहते हैं मैं तुम पर हद से ज्यादा मरने लगी हूँ। खाना बदोशियों से मुंह फेर कर तेरे ख्यालों संग बसने लगी हूँ। तेरी नादानियों को याद करके अब मैं अकेले में हंसने लगी हूँ। अक्सर छुप छुप कर इस रिश्ते की बलाएं ले लूंगी। सब कहते हैं मैं तुम पर हद से ज्यादा मरने लगी हूँ। हाँ, मुझे प्यार है तुमसे बेपनाह, पर तुम्हें हासिल करने की कोई प्यास नहीं। रहते हो चाहे मीलों दूर दूर, पर तुमसे ज्यादा कोई मेरे पास नहीं। यूं तो तुम मेरे नहीं, पर तुम्हें खोने से डरने लगी। सब कहते हैं मैं तुम पर हद से ज्यादा मरने लगी। So that was that.
So beautiful. And one more, please.
Thank
Which is
you. Okay, 1 minute. Um, this one also, it's like that. Okay, I hope the people who have some sort of like heartbreak or who have the fear of falling in love again can relate to it. क्यों खटखटा रहे हो देर तक तुम, दिल हमारा बंद ही ठीक है, कदमों को पीछे खींच लो अपने, इस सफर में हम अकेले ही ठीक है, बड़े अरसों से हमें आदत है इस अंधेरे की, अपनी मुस्कान से हमें रोशन ना करो, रोशनी में दिख जाते हैं कुछ दाग पुराने, जिन्हें देख शायद तुम पास न ठहरो, पर्दों में छिपा रखा है हमने कुछ सपने, पर्दा नशी हो गए तो आवारा बन जाए, बड़ी बेदर्दी से दफनाया था इन चाहतों को कभी, अब फिर से इन्हें हम गाड़ न पाएंगे, अर्जियां ये मोहब्बत की वापस ले जाएंगी, हम दुनिया को नापसंद ही ठीक है, न देना दस्तक इस दिल पर फिर करें, ये दिल बंद है और बंद ही ठीक है.
Wow.
Thank you for that.
Yeah. So beautiful, Roma. So beautiful. I think what I
Thank
feel,
you
and I think
and for your kind words.
you should go on writing.
Yes,
I mean, this writing is actually the food for soul, as we call it, as we say the term metaphorically, but it actually is. Um, you should continue
these
doing
are
that.
all just sometimes what I felt. Like any person comes to your life, or you have any feelings, any friend breaks your heart, or you have love for the first time, or a pain, or some dreams. These are just whatever I felt. I have written that only. So I just hope people can relate to it. The whole purpose of writing is that when people hear me, they can see themselves also in that. So I just
Exactly.
hope your viewers
And
like it, and
yeah,
I would keep on writing,
yeah,
expressing
please
myself.
do. Please do, for yourself and for the sake of others who appreciate that, who cherish that. And going further, I hope your work reaches many people. Your works that so beautiful they are, they go and reach many people who will be inspired uh, to write, to start writing, to find themselves through words and through imaginations. So on that note, I thank you again, and I'm so glad that you came to the interview.
Thank you so much for this wonderful time and this opportunity.
Thank you so much, Roma. Such a pleasant talking to you. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.